Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit. I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF Is 10-Second Ninja. It's a game whose opening theme sounds strikingly like the breakdown in the middle of Iron Maiden's Sign of the Cross. It's not a particularly useful critique, I know, but there may be some subset of our viewing demographic that finds that relevant. Maybe... no, I'm gonna go with just me, actually. 10-Second Ninja is a game about defeating Nazi robots in 10 seconds as a ninja. So it's fairly self-explanatory. It's by a fellow called Dan Pierce. Mostly by Dan Pierce. Not entirely. As you can see, the music and sound is not done by Dan Pierce. In fact, there's a little credit screen where things dance. At least they do when I don't press the wrong button. How adorable. That almost makes me not hate it. Almost. Okay, stop it! Thank you. So, let's have a look at the settings, shall we? Which actually gives you an achievement called Biscuit Buddies. That will not save you. That's your resolution options. Not much to see. Full screen on or off, and that's it. This is 2D. Very, very 2D. This is going to be one of those situations where I don't lash out at you for saying this looks like a Flash game, because it very much does. Although it is extremely responsive, I'll certainly give him credit for that. It definitely does look like a Flash game. Music on or off. Censorship, I believe that's required because there are swastikas in here, so you will perhaps need that. And then there are cutscenes as well, and language. Quite a few language options, actually. I don't think you really need that. There's very little dialogue to be found here. Okay, so, as I mentioned, 10-Second Ninja is a goddamn pain in the arse. So, let me demonstrate what it involves by starting from the beginning, and then I'll show you perhaps a couple of the slightly harder levels. So, you have 10 seconds to kill every Nazi robot on the level. But if you do it like that, you're terrible. Yep. So I beat it in 4.58 seconds, which is awful. Absolutely awful. My best is 2.44. So, how would I improve that? Well, you'd probably do something like that, which is a lot faster, but still not fast enough. Infuriatingly enough. So, you have to make sure that you optimize every single movement. And I do mean every single possible movement. Still not good enough for 3 stars. Now, it will only start the countdown once you actually hit the button. So, it's worth looking at the level, figuring out, okay, what moves am I going to have to do to make this as quickly as possible? So, what could I do here? Is it possible for me to nail all of these in less than 2 seconds? Let's find out. Oh! And this is where the infuriating nature of the game actually comes in. It's so... how could I go faster than that? How is that even possible? And that's what you're going to be spending an awful lot of time thinking about. How could I have possibly done that any quicker? This game is infuriating. Good lord. Absolutely infuriating. And you will make many, many, many mistakes. And you will die a lot. And you will not get the appropriate time, or you'll miss a shuriken and have to restart the level, which you can thankfully do very easily. Yeah! I think that's my first 3-star. There we go. So that is the fastest possible way that you can do that. And it, needless to say, gets harder and harder, and it gets to the point where you have to be very careful with planning your route. Do I want to go this way? Well, of course I don't, because there's no fast way around. So what I probably want to do is hit that with a shuriken, successfully do the jump there. So start with a shuriken, do that jump successfully, slash there, double jump across, land and slash, which will only get me 1 star. So apparently there is a better way of doing that. Although I'll be damned if I know what it is. And it keeps going on like this, and they start to introduce new hazards. So if we go back to the level select, and Northern Lions somehow got better score here than me, which is horribly disappointing. Stop! And my pad won't stop shaking. Stop that! Quit it! Thank you. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm actually using a gamepad for this because I found it easier to use buttons on a gamepad to play a game like this. I don't know why. I mean, you can play it perfectly fine with the keyboard, but I found myself mistaking keyboard buttons for other buttons. Like I was stuck slash for shuriken over and over again. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to play it with the pad, and, you know, it seems to work fine. I don't think there's really... I mean, you can be precise with either, it doesn't really matter. But if you want to look at something difficult, when you look at something like this, and of course it gets only more ridiculous from here on in. So, you've got obstacles, you've still got to kill everything in 10 seconds, but it's pretty difficult to do so. So, let's think about how you would do this the best. So, I'm going to have to jump on at least one of these things. Those little splat... I don't know what they're called. What are they called in Mario? Whatever those things are. They smash down when you go past them. So I'm going to have to jump on top of that. So maybe the most sensible way would be to run about a third of the way in, jump, hit that Nazi robot over the side with a shuriken as I do, go up on that, kill the stuff on the left, shuriken the right, and then jump over. Let's try that. Well, that was great. Well, I'm going to have to be a lot faster with that, aren't I? Okay, so... Nope, missed that again. There we go, let's try that again. Okay, I mean, I still think this is probably a good plan. There we go. Shuriken that one over there, and it's still slow. And, honestly, I can't shuriken so many. You only have 3 shurikens. So, you have to use them as optimally as possible. And I think I'd probably have to slash that. But then, you know, it slows me down too much. And that's even worse than I got previously. So, it's more of a puzzle game, really, than anything else. And it's a min-maxer's dream, and everyone else's bloody nightmare. Good lord. It is a tricky game. Tricky. Not remotely easy in any way. And this is only the second set of starting levels. I can't imagine how ludicrous it gets later on. But it is a puzzle. Because it is a game that is entirely based around min-maxing and doing stuff at just the right time. Like, there's definitely some manual dexterity involved in it, but it's more planning than anything else. That's kind of what surprised me about it, and it's a pretty cool concept. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, man. Shuriken at the wrong time. Thankfully, there is a quick button to allow you to restart, and good lord, you will need it. Because it is very easy to mess this game up. There we go, it's that. There we go. I still don't know if this is the optimal way of doing it. Probably not. 8.9, and then in order to bypass that I need more stars, so I need to go visit some of the previous levels and try and figure out what exactly is the best way to optimally do that. Well, I mean, you think considering the distance here, you probably shuriken that, shuriken that, shuriken that. Well, at least I got... Somehow you can shave 1.34 seconds off that time. Lord knows how. I have no idea. Oh, I think I see how best to do this, but I think you've got to do it this way, and you've got to do it at the right speed as well. So you can definitely sword that, go up there. I don't know, I think it doesn't really... Well, it's got to matter one way or the other. Yeah, oh, that's... You see, I'm just falling to pieces now. It's pathetic. This is not a game that is easy to do when you're commentating. Not at all. It's one of those titles where you're saying, what am I even thinking of? I gotta be honest, I absolutely detest it. I hate it. But it's not due to bad game design at all. You know, I detest it for purely personal reasons. Like, I'm really, really bad at it, and I hate games where min-maxing is the thing to do. So, this game is just absolute nightmare for me. God, I'm falling to pieces. I can't do it now. I can't. I'm too mad at the game to be able to do it properly anymore. Oh, jeez. God. For some people, this is going to be just awesome, and they're going to absolutely love it, because it is a pseudo-puzzle game. Plan out your moves, execute every move at exactly the right time in order to get 3 stars. There is no margin for error whatsoever. And it seems like, I have to go back to the previous level, but how many stars would I need to unlock that level? Got 2 stars there. Yeah, I would actually need 1 3-star, I think, wouldn't I? There's 1, 2, 3... Yeah, there's only 2 levels where I didn't 2-star it. No, sorry, 3 levels where I didn't 2-star it. So, no. 2, 3... Yeah, 3 levels. Apparently, I can't even count today. It's pathetic. So I have to get a 3-star on at least one of these in order to progress. Now, I have a feeling it's only going to get worse. There's lots more. As you can see. Lots more. God, I hate it so much. But I think if you have a bunch of friends that are into horrible masochistic score attack optimization nonsense, then good lord, this game has that in spades for you, doesn't it? Absolutely does. Well, I could probably 3-star that level. I think I figured that one out. And I've got to say, there is a degree of satisfaction in nailing the 3 stars. Absolutely. You feel fantastic if you manage it. But, and this is a big but, every failure prior to that is infuriating. This is a game where I have on more than one occasion, wanted to throw my controller against the wall. And that's pretty rare. I don't get angry at games all that often. Not to that degree. You know, there's the whole, oh, I'm so mad kind of situation. And then there's the, I hate you for even developing a title like this. And this game is that. That is exactly what this title is. Good lord. But then every now and again, you nail it. And you get something like that. And it does feel good. I'll give him credit for that. Ridiculously simple game. Ludicrously simple game. But a good concept for one. And I think that hardcore fans are going to absolutely adore 10 Second Ninja. And everyone else is going to hate its guts. And rightfully so. What's the best way to even do this? Let's plan this out. I hate this level so much that I want to figure it out. Okay, so you don't actually shuriken that one. Because in order to trigger the thing which allows you to jump up higher, you have to get over halfway across anyway. And by the time it comes down, you can hit it with your sword, so there's no point in wasting your time. At which point, you would jump on top of it. I assume you would then probably immediately shuriken either the one on the left or the right. I don't think it makes a difference, but you've got to be consistent. So you would have to shuriken the one on the left, immediately jump and sword the one on the right, jump back on, shuriken the left, and hit the right. And remembering all of that and not messing it up, good bloody luck! Let's go. Okay, shuriken the right, hit the left. Jump on, shuriken the right, hit the left. And somehow still that's only 1 star! Good lord! This game is painful. Painful, I say. Oh, and I missed the shuriken! I actually have 1 spare, and I wasted it. Because I'm a moron! There is a story in this game, by the way, if you hadn't already realized. There is Robo-Hitler, who you will fight, and is painting without any arms somehow. Oh, why? But it's hard to care about that when this game reduces you to a gibbering, sodding wreck. It really, really, really does. I hate it. I hate it! And you'll probably love it as a direct result of that. No doubt, if... Oh, bloody hell! If this isn't already on that show Rage Quit, then it bloody well will be, and he'll make millions of dollars. And you know what? At that point, I wouldn't be mad about that. I wouldn't even be mad about it, because it's... This, unlike most of the games that guy gets angry at, is genuinely rage-inducing. It is infuriating. Oh, lord. Good concept for a game, though, I gotta say, you know. Ah, why? Really, really solid concept. And well executed. Definitely looks like a Flash game, no doubt about that. Controls pretty tight. Nothing to really complain about there. Oh, just sod this. Oh. I hate 10 Second Ninja with every fiber of my being, and, well, you probably will as well, but that is most likely a selling point. It's super hard, and it's very, very focused in terms of its mechanics. Northern Line's still ahead of me. Screw that guy. I could clearly do better than him. You know, and I think that's probably one of the most compelling points of it, the score comparison, score attack thing. It sits there taunting you. It's like, you suck, and your friend is better than you. Beat him now. Not really keen on the production values, though. I mean, you know, graphically it's not that impressive, and even just the way that they have done the leaderboards, you've got what looks to... Yeah, it seems to have numbers overlapping each other. Either that or it's a really weird font choice, so it definitely looks a bit messy. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but... Oh, man, this game is so bloody annoying. Yeah, look at that! And still that's only 2 stars! Bugger this thing! You can get it on Steam if you want. I hate it. I'll see you next time.